with autocross. That's my dad.
When we talk about cylinders, the formula for volume does not change. It is still volume is equal to the area of the base times the height of the prism. Now, in this case, the base is a circle. You will often see the formula for the volume of a cylinder written separately from other formulas. Reason being is because it is a bit of a special case and it does involve pi. This area of a circle is pi r squared. And I'll be multiplying that by the height of this known prism. There's a little bit of a give and take on this that you have to consider. Now, I can go ahead and plug what I know in. It's a circle. The circle has a radius of 24. So pi times 24 squared times a height of 33. Plug it all into the formula, shake, allow it to simmer at 350 degrees, and you get an answer of 19,008 pi. Now, it's perfectly acceptable to leave your answer in terms of pi. You can turn that into a decimal if you would prefer, but you don't have to. Leaving in terms of pi is a perfectly acceptable way to write it. In fact, that's the exact answer. Using 3.14 makes it a decimal approximation, which means we round it. If you're the sort that prefers to round, let's see, 3.14, you get an answer on the order of 59,685.12, which for most intents and purposes we would probably just call 60,000 because we're already rounding. Why worry about all these additional digits? Again, for cylinders, you want to focus on area of the base, capital B, which in this case is a circle, pi r squared, and then the height. Again, knowing the basic formulas for geometry, such as the area of a circle circumference, area of a triangle, etc., are pretty much the critical skills you need to have in this chapter if you're going to be successful moving forward. This will be our first oblique problem, but the math doesn't change, nor does the formula. In this case, we have a cylinder that's leaned over. We still need its height. Now, the height is not the slant going up the side here. The height is this distance here, the actual distance between the ground and the top of our leaning tower, I guess. Stack of points, whatever. The formula still is volume is equal to the area of that base times the height. And in this case, the height of the stack of points is going to be 14. Be careful, because in these problems, they may give you the slant. They may give you the distance along that side there, which is not the height. It's not what I'm going to use in this formula. My base is a circle, so I'll be using pi r squared. My radius, and again, this is the kind of thing you want to be careful about. In this problem, the diameter of 18 is given, meaning my radius is 9. So you, again, want to watch for these common mistakes students make. I'm going to multiply that by 14. So, even though it's an oblique prism, I still can apply the formula that I'm generally used to. Calculator time. Let's see, I've got my 9 squared, that's 81, times a height of 14, gives me an answer of 1,134 pi as its volume. In this case, no units are provided, so I don't need to provide them here, but I could also refer to this as cubic units. If I were to add on units, that unit would then be to the third power. I can also, again, take this next step, make it into a decimal approximation, but for our purposes, I'm going to leave this answer in terms of pi.